last time in Curse of Strahd, the Inquisition visited Castle Ravenloft to attend the wedding of Strahd von Zarovich to a young woman, Gollum, named Basilka, who is possessed by or contains the soul of Tatiana, Strahd's long lost love, who he's been trying to win back for
Matt's a good guy.
over 4 centuries now.
Matt just knocked on my door. He's like, "Hey, dude, I got you something." I'm like, "What is he?" He got me a pitching wedge because I lost mine in Florida. What a guy.
Anywho, so at the wedding, you explored Castle Ravenloft a little bit more, getting sort of lost in the catacombs and looking for this dragon skull to sort of steal and return to its rightful burying place, which you did eventually with the help of the were-ravens. You were able to get that skull up to the top of the castle, to the castle roof, to the towers, and the ravens carried it off back towards Argynvostholt. After that, you went to the wedding ceremony and reception. The wedding went off without a hitch, except for Ismark the Lesser trying to interrupt the ceremony, but due to some quick spell casting by Imric, he was subdued pretty easily, later to be executed.
Off with his head.
At the reception, where Strahd and his new bride held court, pretty much all of Barovian and Valaki Valley society was there. All the nobles were there, sort of paying homage to Strahd in his sort of moment of greatest triumph. And as the night drew to an end, there was what I would say was a predictable betrayal. Strahd served a round of poisoned wine that quickly killed most of the guests, and then ordered his guards to execute the remainder. A battle broke out. You sort of narrowly escaped with your lives, jumping, most of you, hurling yourself out of a 50-foot window.
Yes, it was a big fall.
It was a big fall.
Dorian took it like a champ.
Yeah, pretty much everybody bouncing off the pavement was how the night ended. But Imric was able to get everybody healed up at the bottom, and you sort of continued your as you continued to flee, you noticed that coming out of the mist on the opposite side were these undead warriors, the undead revenants that make up the fallen Order of the Silver Dragon. Their armor is tarnished and destroyed with age, but still they serve their master, Vladimir Horngard, who has a hatred for Strahd and wants him to for his curse to never be lifted. So they were storming the castle, which they did. You all sort of wisely stepped out of the way as they rushed in to basically battle the horrors of Castle Ravenloft, trying to get to Strahd and his bride. You fled back across and encountered one of Vladimir's lieutenants, and best friend, and his name was... What the fuck was his name?
His best friend?
Yeah.
I don't think my notes imported.
No, my notes didn't either. Vladimir.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll copy those out.
Oh well, you're talking about the dude who was holding the dragon sword and went inside, right?
No, that's Vladimir Horngard.
Okay, then you're talking about the guy who's like my best buddy.
His name was Sir Godfrey.
Yeah, Sir Godfrey. And then he's
Willem.
He took some wisdom from me about, shit goes down.
Yeah.
Of getting
What-
out of
what
this
is-
cycle.
Yeah. So what exactly did you say to him?
Oh my gosh. I'd have to watch the VOD.
Well, he recognized that he was also a shade, and before he
Yeah.
died, he said something about how he was okay with completing his quest and dying and being over. And the other guy's like, "Oh yeah, that would be cool," since he's
Yeah. Exactly.
All things must come to an end, is what I said to him.
All things must come to an end. Exactly. At that point, the Shadow Dragon Argynvost attacked, indiscriminately breathing necrotic dragon breath over the Order of the Silver Dragon, the castle, just sort of everything being laid to waste as you guys fled back to Vallaki, leaving the chaos of that night behind you. The return trip to Vallaki was pretty uneventful. It was nighttime, but the creatures of Barovia seemed to be sort of at ease, and you encountered no opposition. You made your way back to your housing, and just exhausted and beaten and bloodied, you fell asleep. The next morning, you awaken to find several things. Number one, Dorian is dead. It is
What?
dead,
Oh yeah, I heard that.
completely lifeless. And he looks to be at peace.
He feels at peace too.
As he stepped outside that morning, you saw another thing that was odd. Outside, the sun is shining down brightly in the morning sky. Something you haven't seen in months in Barovia.
Hey guys, what does that mean? I've lived here my whole life. That's never happened. I've never seen that. Emmerich says with tears in his eyes.
I don't know. Don't know what that means.
I'm trying to remember my deity for Seamus.
Did we win?
Um,
we didn't do anything, so
I'm just gonna say Morning Lord.
As-
Morning
as
Lord be
you're,
praised.
Dragon fucks some shit up though.
Yeah, I bet.
as you're standing there talking amongst yourselves, you see one of the Valakian villagers walks past you with a wheelbarrow, just sort of rolling along the finely paved road and just whistling to themselves. And when they draw near, they see you, they say, "Oh, good morning, everyone. What a wonderful day."
Yeah, it's uncharacteristically nice.
Truly, the Morning Lord has blessed us all. Well, bye. And they sort of skip off about their day.
They seem suspiciously
No, I don't like it, guys. That's not how people in Barovia act. Did we die?
We may have. Either that or Strahd has cast some kind
We
of
definitely haven't died.
enchantment on our minds.
I'm pretty sure of that.
I mean, Dorian died.
Well, Dorian completed his quest.
Sorry about that,
Returning
Seamus.
Returning that skull was one of his quests he had to do.
Okay,
Too.
so just out of character, the token broke again, and I fixed it, and it says that the correct PNG file is uploaded to the correct place, so I don't know now.
What's
But,
wrong?
So when I go into the token and I go and look in the image files, it has the correct file, like untitled.png. It has it listed as the image path, but it's still not showing the token.
I see your token just fine.
Oh well, as long as other people see it, I guess it's chill. I don't see mine, and I don't see Seamus.
Did
I
you
see
try
me just
reloading?
fine.
That seems to be a common thread, guys. I think
Oh.
before you ask questions, just reload.
No, reloading's what broke it for me. It was fine. until I reloaded. I'll do it again. I'll reload again. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
good.
still Seamus and mine are still messed up after reloading.
Here, let's do this. What about now?
Nope. But it's okay. I can just imagine.
Just imagine.
Just
Just
imagine.
imagine. As long as the
Um,
names are there, it doesn't matter that much.
So, so yeah, you're sort of greeted by this weirdly serene and sort of disturbingly pleasant day outside. There are people going about their day. It's early. It's probably 8 o'clock on a fall morning, so the sun is like just coming up. Um,
Is there a way to turn the music down?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right click
there's a
on
little
rhythm.
music tab up with all the other tabs.
Oh, the music for this.
I see it.
It'll say Undying. Destiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it in a second.
You know why? That's my fault. I think I deleted that Adventures PCs folder because I did not realize that's where the import put your picture. So that's why I got rid of that folder. I'm sorry about that. I thought that was just for the import. I didn't realize it was like kept that shit in there. My bad.
I mean, but I can still see the files. Is the
It's not there. That path PCs that doesn't exist. I
oh, it
fucking
doesn't?
no.
All right, well, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna upload a new file.
Yeah, just upload a new one. Like go to either portraits or tokens and just upload it in there and use it. Yeah, I deleted it. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was in there.
Adventures import is deleted. You said.
Adventures, PCs, and basically everything in Adventures I deleted except the monster manual, which you don't see. So I thought it just used that temporarily until I imported it, but I guess it just fucking leaves your pictures in there. So oops.
so before too long, yeah, do you guys want to do anything, or what are you doing when you're confronted with this scene?
Well, this is odd.
Yep, that's about all I got. Strange.
And when you examine the sort of the building, actually, when you look back at the building that you came out of, it doesn't really even resemble your former lodgings. This building seems to be sort of, I don't know, more well furnished and quaint.
Is this like where
there's
we
like-
are? I'm sorry to interrupt, but like just thought this was a background, but this is actually like where we are in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
And
Right.
you see a sign posted sort of at the end of the little path that leads to the street, and it says Stately Bildrath's Resort and Spa.
well.
Well, that's definitely not where we fucking should be.
Do you like? Did they kill Strahd or something last night and like cleanse the land, guys?
I think we might have been taken.
Yeah, we appear to be somewhere else.
Yeah, but is this somewhere else because the battle that ensued last night killed Strahd? Or?
It's kind of like do like a. Let's do we kind of. I imagine we kind of do like a what's a Christmas Carol thing where like we find a little young boy. Young boy, what day is it?
Yeah,
Where are we?
what's the year?
It's
The year.
Christmas, it's Christmas, good sir. We're on the good Monrovia.
So you do that, and the young boy passing by says, Uh, what the fucking year is it? I wonder. So he gives you a date that is 400 years in the past,
Oh shit!
and I will give you that date. So
Hey guys, what
it exists.
does that date sound familiar to you? Because I'm a druid. I don't know. I don't know what fucking year it is.
Do we know what date Strahd started this hellish cycle?
Yeah, it's
mean-
probably whatever date they're going to tell us. I'm just throwing that out there.
I
Yeah, I
don't know
agree.
if I don't know if you do know that.
Would I know that?
Make a history check.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, man. Big money.
Big money, Wubby.
Well,
22.
he knows.
So well, so you do know. The year that you think it should be when you or you know it was or is 735. And they're saying BC. What does that mean?
He said,
According to the Barovian calendar.
You can actually add a calendar widget, Nick, and you can make your own fucking months and everything. You can turn that. You can enter the Barovian calendar into that calendar down there.
Not going to do it.
Okay, just saying.
This boy tells you that it is the year 351.
351.
And yeah, Emmerich, that that year lines up with in the history of Barovia as the year that Tatiana died.
Oh my god, we gotta go back to the castle, guys.
We might be able to stop this whole thing from starting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The young boy says, "Is everything okay with you, gents?"
No. No.
Yes,
We
yes.
had too much to drink last.
Everything's A-okay.
You know, unexplained time travel happens all the time. Don't worry.
X-Day. About to travel
Wait. Where are our followers? Are they here?
A. No,
You don't see them.
there are no
Oh
followers.
no, guys, we don't have any healing potions. Good thing we have a cleric.
Good thing we have a druid.
We have 2 healers. We're fine.
So the young boy just sort of says, "Okay then, all right, have a nice day," and
I
skips
flip
off.
him. I flip him a shilling or like whatever. I flip him a silver. Like here you go.
Electrum piece. Okay.
Yeah, like whatever it is.
You pull out your money and you see that unlike the tattered and ancient coins that you're used to, this is a freshly minted silver piece that does not have the insignia of Strahd like all the other Barovian money had. This has some other printing.
Wait, even the money changed?
Gee, thanks, mister. And he runs off.
Fucking kids. Should have sent them to the hack. Hey, you know, before we go anywhere, we should bury our friend in a time that isn't as shitty as the one he died in.
Yeah, good point. Let's do that.
As you sort of say that, a man appears from the building, heading outwards, sort of not really sneaking up on you, but taking you by surprise because you weren't really expecting anybody. And he says, "Oh, who are you burying?"
Oh, a friend.
Oh no, that's terrible.
He had a good life, and there's not much you can ask
He
for.
he looks around and he says, "Wait a minute. It's not that fellow who was here with you, is it?"
What fella?
Let's see. He pulls out a little notebook out of his pocket and he says, he flips through it. He says, Dorian Urasa. I don't see him here.
Yeah, it was him. Say, what's your name again?
Oh my God, what happened? I'm. He looks at you quizzically. I'm Bill Draith. You rented your rooms from me.
Hey, Bill Drath, we've been getting into some adventures recently. We had a bit too much to drink and some stuff went wrong. How long have we been staying here?
Oh well, you just arrived a few days ago.
I just look around.
Do we arrive with anyone else? Who do you have in that book there? Can you read off all the names?
He says, no, just yourselves. He looks. He says,
Well, Mister,
yeah, the Eternal Order of the Inquisition of the Lawgiver. That's you, right?
Yes. That is us.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to your friend? I mean, he wasn't.
it
I
appears
mean,
he passed away in his sleep.
He wasn't
oh,
feeling good for a few days.
he looks back at the house.
He's struggle with stillness.
He's still in there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we just got up.
Well, let's call the priest.
Let's do that.
He runs off, shouting down the street, Father Andro, come quick.
This does not add up. We have to go somewhere immediately. We either have to go to the castle or I don't know, maybe find the abbot.
I mean, can we even find that stuff?
The castle.
It's not going to be like it was.
This is the day Tatiana died, so the castle's here. Strahd was a lord long before the death of Tatiana.
And within a few minutes, unless you guys want to do something.
Can we just quickly look around the place, see if we see anything interesting?
Sure.
I'd like to try to find like a news crier or something, just find out what the latest event is.
Okay. So Rao, you're gonna go and just examine the resort here, or so if you do that, you will see that although when you look down, you're dressed in sort of, you don't have armor and weapons on you. You're sort of dressed more casually, and I guess you all just sort of woke up, so you have you know like almost like nightgowns or whatever on. But when you go back to your room, you see that your equipment is there, and actually it looks in very good repair. Everything is polished. The armor is polished to a ceremonial gleam, and your weapons are finally taken care of, and everything is sort of packed up. It doesn't really look like you just came home, threw off your armor, and collapsed into bed. Right? It looks like everything is sort of packed up and stowed away. And Emmerich, if you go off sort of about town, so if you basically, I don't know that there's a news crier, but you could just try to find another person to talk to.
Yeah, ask around. There's maybe usually an inn, like a barkeep or something. Will have. I can imagine would probably hear what's going on. Just looking around for anyone who's heard any of what's going on in the land. Or
so you're basically just leaving the group. You're gonna go off on a mission and gather
I
some.
imagine I don't have to go too far. I mean, we're just like standing in the middle of town, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying that
Yeah,
you're
probably.
actually
Yeah,
like going to search out. Okay.
yeah. I'll
Um,
tell everyone like I'm gonna go ask around. Meet back here in an hour.
okay. So we'll come back to you. Everybody else, after a few minutes, you see Bildrath comes running back. Let me see if I can. Hey, here we go. With another man, sort of dressed in a robe, with a symbol of uh, a blazing sun, sort of like embossed into it. And Bildrath is sort of like rushing ahead of him, leading him to the room, and he leads the father into the room, and they basically everybody sort of is looking down at Dorian's uh, battered and beaten corpse. Um, whatever weird circumstances sort of like made you guys all not really have any uh, even physical recollection of the like traumas that you've been through in the past couple of days. Dorian doesn't seem to have benefited from that. He's all fucked up looking, and he looks like he's been dead for like a week. And that's what Father Andral will say. He says, "When did you say he died? Last night?"
While we were sleeping, yes.
Well,
Um,
he's been through a lot.
he starts to cast a spell. He calls upon the Morning Lord to restore this man to life. And he sort of dramatically puts his hands down on Dorian's corpse. And nothing happens. Father Andral looks at you and says, I don't know. He seems far gone.
His spirit does not wish to return.
No, Dorian is happy resting now.
He has completed his task.
He's finally at peace.
He says, but how did this happen? Look, these are wounds of battle.
We've had a long, perilous journey these last few months. Magical cuts and bruises. They don't heal very well. We've tried our best.
Dorian's been through a lot. We should let him
Bildrith
rest.
says,
Hey, I'll be back in a sec, guys.
they sort of look at each other. I mean, that doesn't really add up. He says, I'm gonna have to tell the Burgermeister that, I mean, this looks like foul play. I mean, are you not concerned?
I mean, we told him there was battle. We were there.
I'm not super concerned. I mean, he's in a better place now.
Bildreth rushes off to go summon the Burgermeister. Emric, what? So basically, what do you want to find out?
So I think there's like three things I probably want to find out. The first one is I've already found out we're. First thing I want to find out is just in glancing, are we in the village of Barovia? I could probably just recognize that. Like, do I recognize it?
So, no, you are in the village of Valaki, and that's pretty easy to determine.
Okay.
But it looks similar, and I guess if you walk
Yeah, so-
if you walk the streets for a few minutes, yes, you see that there's like signs pointing to the lake, but it's not called Lake Zarevich. It's called Lake Valaki, and you see that the town of Valaki seems to have, well, instead of the dour sort of like beaten down place that you remember, this seems to actually be pretty thriving, and it looks like it's a resort town. And right now is sort of like the off season, so um, there's a lot of empty buildings, but yeah.
I guess another thing I would do, I would be like insinuating, just asking about how I've been traveling and if there were any words on the Zaroviches.
You want to ask about the Zaroviches?
Yeah. What's the happening with the lords?
So give me a charisma check.
I'm great at those.
Modified with any appropriate skill. I mean,
It won't matter. It won't matter.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay.
I know you're terrible at this.
I'm so uncharismatic. We'll just say it here.
Is Emmerich still turning into a spider, or has that changed as well?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Nope.
Are my eyes glowing?
So, Emmerich, you notice that all of your physical transformations seem to be missing. You no longer have spider legs growing out of your abdomen. Yeah, you seem to be back to your normal physicality. Rao as well. Yep.
I don't know if it helps, but one of my features says that even though I look like a dirty fucking hobo, people really pity me and they'll help me out if they think I'm in need. So I don't know if that would help given in addition to my shitty role, but
So
I probably look like a homeless man.
you ask about the Zaroviches, and the question itself seems to offend people. And like the first man you ask, he says, "Oh, are you aligned with that rotten King Barov?"
Huh.
He sort of eyes you up and down.
Nah, I just live in the woods.
I will.
Sorry.
He says,
I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
he says, well,
Pity question. I smell like shit. I know. I'm sorry. I'm offensive.
yeah, the guy sort of like wrinkles his nose. He says, "Oh, God, you do smell like shit."
Yeah.
He says, well,
But killed a man.
he says, you won't be hearing about the Zaroviches anymore.
Good.
Once the Order of the Silver Dragon gets a hold of them, there won't be
yes.
anything left.
Does Arvingast live?
You're not there, but I asked that. I asked about Argynvost. Ah, yes, Argynvost.
What do you say? Is he alive?
Yeah.
He says, of course he's alive.
I imagine I would ask, does Argynvost march?
Yes, there is a battle today.
Oh god,
There is.
Oh gosh.
we know how the. Oh Jesus.
Right.
And when the Order crushes Barov's armies, he'll be out of here in no time.
Oh, I'm not here.
There, I give him a gold.
He looks at it and looks at you.
Don't
He says,
question it.
you need this more than I do.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
I live here. I live in the woods. I don't even know what this is. I just take it back and I walk away.
He looks after you, very confused, but then he just shrugs and pockets his gold. So are you coming back to the group now?
Yeah, I'll start heading back to the group to share what I found.
So when you come back, you're sort of arriving back at this resort and spa, at the same time as Bildraith is coming with a sort of official-looking man who identifies himself as the Burgermeister of Valaki.
Now,
And well, his name is Lars Kirils, Burgermeister.
I give like a peasant bow. Like,
In true noble fashion, he sort of gives you a sidelong glance and then addresses Dalipin and says, since he's like the most noble of you all,
like
he says, what is going on here, sir? Sir Dalipin, is it?
It is. There's no sir. I am but a soldier.
I hear there's been a murder.
That's not exactly right. See, first we just gotta level set with you here. We're not exactly sure what's going on right now either. Like for instance, I don't remember coming here 3 days ago, even though the innkeeper told us we did. And 3 days ago for me, I was in a very different place. I kind of look around. You guys can.
Okay.
You guys think we can trust this guy with the true story?
I lean over to Dalpin, and in his ear I whisper, "We have to go. We have to go. The battle where Strahd kills Argynvost happens today."
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Emmerich, is shouldn't we tell him that? Maybe he can help us.
I just I went around asking around town. The people around here, no idea what we're talking about.
Oh, well, I mean, he's a serious man. He could probably understand, unexplained time travel and such. We're from the future. You're about to make a terrible mistake. You know all that.
So
I just
Lars is sort of taking this all in. He says, so let me get this right. You don't remember coming here. He sort of glances over at Bill Draith. And you've never seen this man before in your life. Pointing to Bill Draith. And your companion died in a battle.
Well, after the battle, see, he was a revenant. You know what that is, right? He had a mission, and we kind of accomplished our goals.
Say not.
Okay.
So, we represent the Inquisition, and by our work often finds us in situations out of our control, and this could possibly be some sort of curse scenario. We are picking up pieces, it seems.
The Inquisition. Well, I was aware that I was under the impression that you were here on vacation, not to pile up bodies.
Yeah, it would be nice if we were here on vacation. That would be nice. But unfortunately, that's not our understanding.
He looks back at Bill Draith, and Bill Draith just sort of shrugs his shoulders, like doesn't know what's happening. And Lars says, give me a charisma check there, Dalipin. Or are you trying to lie to him? You're actually trying to tell him the truth, so persuasion check.
Okay.
I'm going to say a disadvantage because the story is not believable at all.
Oh, but does he get advantage because a guy like me's helping?
I don't think so.
That was a joke.
Okay, you get an 11, so that's not terrible. He says, well, Father Andral says there's nothing to be done. He is beyond the reach of even the Morning Lord to bring him back.
Yep, pretty sure that's the case.
Father, can you tell how long he's been dead?
He says,
About negative 400 years.
he says, well,
If indeed we were seen, he was seen alive 3 days ago, then if he's been dead, he seems like he's been dead much longer, doesn't he?
he says, I've never encountered a situation. I mean, he doesn't seem to be dead that long. It's just that his spirit is not willing.
That is as I said, Father. His spirit does not wish to return. He was only alive due he was bound by Aegeus that kept him alive until he'd completed his mission. His mission completed, his soul departed for the after.
Remember the Revenant thing? That's what I was talking about.
So, Delcasal, you have the Amulet of Ravenkind.
I do.
When you, I mean, I'm not sure how you were transporting it before. I think you were kind of hiding it. But at this,
I'm wearing both the Amulet of Ravenkind and the Holy Spirit of which doesn't actually do anything, but it's another amulet. What's her name's holy symbol?
yeah.
So I'm wearing both of those under my cloak and my wonderful wolf cloak and my ranger looking outfit.
So when you speak to him, Father Andral, he sees the amulet, and he says, "You are a follower of the Morning Lord."
Oh,
in a
really
questioning tone.
Really important story point here. Is Delcasal's finest cloak in the land now a wolf pup finest cloak in the land?
No.
I think his cloak is still intact. He's sort of everybody else is wearing pajamas, but he's just wrapped himself up in this giant wolf pelt. And yeah, I'm just gonna say that for the time you spent at Ravenloft, you were probably hiding the amulet.
Yeah, I kept it. Remember, I had my tunic on. I had it tucked in underneath. I mean, I was still wearing it. I just put it under my tunic.
Yeah, you tucked your chain, I got you.
Oh, and it's the holly. This is also the holy symbol of Petrovna I have as well.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's my priestly bling. Right now that I'm here, I can pull out my priest bling.
Well, Father Andral seems very impressed. Do you confirm that you do indeed worship the Morning Lord?
Yeah, I'll tell him that I'm an inquisition of the lawgiver, but I equally split my devotion to the Morning Lord as he's shown himself to me and through my adventures and helped me and provides the light and so that I mean I guess since I'm in the Inquisition of Lawgiver, I guess I'm a multi-deist. That's cool, right? Like Lawgiver and Morning Lord, those are my dudes.
This one was.
He Father Andral turns to the Burgermeister and says, "No evil man could wear that symbol. I believe they are telling the truth." And so the Burgermeister says, still sort of going off of Dalipin's persuasion check, he says, so it must be. It's a sad day when there's a death in the village. Of course, there will be the funeral costs. We don't want to have him rotting and smelling up the place.
He died with mine.
I think if you can attend to those, then yes, we can put this matter to rest.
The old extortion racket.
It's not extortion. I mean, what? You don't just leave bodies in people's houses. That's not polite.
Indeed,
we must pay for Dorian's burial costs.
Look,
he fulfilled his destiny. He was brave to the end.
I will be more than willing to pay Dorian's.
I will also contribute. He should be buried with the finest of honors.
Bury him in the woods too. That's also an option.
Well, no, if the is our future church here, I imagine it's probably still a Church of the Morning Lord. I guess I'll ask, is
Dorian
the
wasn't a
church
follower of the Morning Lord, was he?
well, I don't know if he was, but we
So-
had a church and there was a Church of the Morning Lord, so I'll just ask him, is the church in town the Church of the Morning Lord? Can he
Of
be
course,
interred
my
there?
brother.
Can we inter him there with
Yes,
honors?
he is welcome. He is welcome. Yes. We welcome all.
So out of
Seek.
character, isn't it like Father Andrel's bones that are buried at this church?
I think so. But those are the ones that got stole.
Yeah,
We returned them.
we did. I'm just asking.
As Saint Andro.
Okay.
Oh man, he gets a promotion.
Well, this might be his fucking grandfather, so who knows? I don't know if we know how old those bones were, but yeah.
Yeah, true.
So,
So while all this is going on, I'll pull Delcasol aside because I know he's like the boss or something. I still don't get how this works. And I tell him everything I learned about how like that battle is about to take place today.
Yeah, and while you do that, the Burgermeister he makes makes himself scarce, and Father Andral will call the grave diggers or whoever to come get the body, and they start to make preparations.
Yes, Father. Just want to go ahead and pay now. How much do you think it will be?
I don't know, like 20 gold or something.
Okay, that's fine. I pay the 20 gold.
He blesses you.
Yes, and may the Morning Lord bless you.
Oh, also, Del, just in passing, can you still hear voices in your head?
oh,
Delcasol, no, you cannot. The voices are gone.
interesting.
Yeah, I think our curses have been reversed.
All the dark gifts that you received are no longer present.
Oh, great. So I'm no longer afraid of fire. Even better.
Oh man, I had a cool shit.
You say that
At
until you're
least-
afraid of fire,
Wait, time out. Does that mean that those of us who were forced to become evil can revert back to our previous?
If
Are
that,
no longer under that
if that was
backing?
part of your curse, then yes.
That's true.
I mean, unless you're just an asshole.
Unless you don't want to.
Hey,
I'd
I'm
like to
lawful
have
good
the-
again.
I'm back to being a neutral bitch.
So, after the events of the morning, and your friend sort of being hauled off, funeral time TBD. They have to prepare the body and all that. They've heard of your lawgiver customs of embalming, so they're prepared to respect that.
Oh, that's deep.
Bill Draith, sort of seeing that you're not really upset by your friend's death too much, he says, so will we be still going on our excursion today?
Something's kind of come up.
Well, where's the
battle
excursion?
and all.
The excursion might be where we're going. Why don't we ask what said excursion is?
Yes.
He says, well, there's to be a battle today.
Yes.
There you go.
Isn't
Yeah.
that the
See,
battle
boys?
where Strahd killed
Um,
that guy?
Yeah, and I will tell the party
It's Strahd's brother.
without
Yeah.
revealing the outcome that all the details of the battle.
What's that?
So I imagine at this point I like outwardly tell the rest of the party everything I learned in town, but like, cut out the parts of like how things end.
What do you mean how things end?
Well, we know the ending of that battle, but it hasn't happened yet.
Okay. So wait, who are you telling? You're telling the party?
Yeah, well, I had like whispered it to like Del Casal, but now I'm like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, explaining that which battle he's talking about and everything.
Yeah, we know. That's the battle you saw the ghosts reenacting. This is where Strahd's brother fucking kills the shit out of fucking Arvingast and his men.
Fun fact, Inquisitor, is that the people around here, they don't like him yet. They don't like him at all.
Who?
The Zareviches in general, they hate them.
Well,
They openly
as they should. They took their power by force.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I
I
imagine Strahd's father is still the king. Yes.
I would know that probably.
I imagine Strahd's father is still alive. His brother is, right?
You could ask Bildreth. I mean, if you want.
Meldrath.
Yeah.
Who is the king? The King Barov. Is it Barov the Senior or one of his sons? Sorry, we're out of touch. We haven't been here for a while.
He says, well, Barov is king, but he's not our king. And he never will be. We have the order to protect us.
God's willing, yes.
We are free people.
Both his sons still live?
His sons? I know nothing of his sons.
To the battle, we should probably go. Before we go, can I cast Identify, because I have that like once per day for free, on this staff that we found in Strahd's castle?
You have Identify once per day for free.
Touched.
Oh yeah, you got a new something.
Feet. Yeah, you let me get rid of Observant because it's trash.
Let's see, what is Fey touched? Misty Step. Oh, you get Identify for. Okay, so you chose.
Oh, it doesn't even say I only get it once per day. It just says without a spell slot. So I guess.
Yeah, without a spell
slot.
slot.
Will in general.
Well, no. You have to finish a long rest after. So basically, you can cast Misty Step or this other spell one time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no.
Until you finish a long rest.
You can't cast that spell in this way again.
Right. Yeah.
I get it once for free, and then I also have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
that makes sense.
Spell, you can use slots, or you can use it once for free per long rest. Each of the spells.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it my free time to identify the staff.
What kind of staff is that?
I imagine a very wizardy staff.
Okay, so Identify takes a few minutes to cast, right?
I think if you I think that's if you ritual cast it. I think it's just an action if you cast it regular.
Should be an SRD.
No, I don't think it's an action.
Identify.
It takes 1 minute.
Ah, okay. Well, so you can easily do that. Where is? Okay, so I went and unidentified it, but I'm pretty sure you already saw what it was.
I actually never saw what it was. It just said quarterstaff, and it did magic damage. So I have no idea what this thing is.
Oh, so we'll look in your inventory, not in your weapons.
Inventory? Oh.
This is Kazan's staff. And make a perception or make an arcana check.
Okay. 6.
Nice.
I could burn an inspiration, I guess. It's a nice
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah, so it is a very powerful staff that belonged to the wizard Kazan.
Do I get the sense that that you have to be a wizard to use this?
It says in the description.
I'm reading. I was just hoping you could tell me before I.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yep. I have to get used to this interface. Actually, I don't think it says in the description, but yeah, it has to be attuned by a wizard or a sorcerer.
Makes sense.
Yep.
I guess I could look it up to make sure.
That's unfortunate. I have a really nice stick, guys. None of us can use it, but it's very nice.
Sorcerer, warlock, or wizard.
Well, we know what
Cool,
Ben's going
that's-
next.
What my supporter is, but he's gone.
So Bildrath has he has a sort of a carriage for you to ride in, and he pulls that up and starts getting everything set up. Is there anything you want to do before you depart the beautiful town of Balaki?
I'm gonna maybe pull the guys together. Guys, shouldn't we maybe game out some plans
You know, why
considering what's happening today?
why don't we see if there's like some potions we could buy?
That's a good idea.
I have no money.
Yeah. Let's just go look around.
Okay. So you pretty quickly, Bildrath sort of tells you, we're going to be leaving in, half an hour. Please don't be late. But yeah, he'll point you into the direction of an apothecary.
Excellent.
You pull up in there, and yes, they have potions of healing.
And how much are there potions of healing?
Yeah, I forgot D&D doesn't just tell you like how much a potion of healing is.
It can be 50 gold to something else.
If you look, I have the same magical stuff loaded in here, so it should be in there in items, and it should have the cost.
Well, maybe.
It generally costs like 50 gold apiece.
Well, yeah. So potions of healing do. So I would say that yes, potion of healing is 50 gold. But what about greater healing, superior healing?
It's like 250 for the next level up, and then 500 for the level above that.
Okay, I see. Yeah, there are prices on it. So greater healing's 150, superior healing 450, supreme healing 1350.
Yeah, I think those are the standard DMG. I don't know if I loaded it, but I had the same magic. I might load it for you if you want it, Nick. Just somebody made it and it's in here somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Not sure where the prices came from.
Those are DMG prices.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
I'll take you said greater healing is 150 or 4?
150 for greater.
150.
Okay, I'll take 2 of those. I give him 6 gems.
What else? Like having like a breakdown just quietly based on our situation.
Let's see. So greater, he said it's 150. Let's see what I have. How about Jasper?
Emmerich, are you bringing all your stuff, like the staff, with you?
Why?
I'm just asking where you're keeping all your stuff.
Oh, there's that.
I'll keep the staff on me. That's my staff. No one else can use it, and it's my cool staff.
Yeah, so I'll buy 2 graders. I'll give up
But, like,
a Jasper, a Carnelian, another Carnelian, and 50 gold.
All right. Yeah,
even
just mark
things
it off.
like, blanket and things like that, I probably leave on the cart.
Yeah, Emmerich, good news is you can use your hands again.
Ah, man.
So let's see. How do I switch scenes?
That was cool.
So if I select the scene and then hit activate, does that bring everybody over to that scene?
Yes.
If you just did that, I am still at the old scene.
Well, I'm really asking Josh because he might know. I'm not asking for just yes.
Again, sorry.
If I right click on a scene and then hit activate, what does that do?
It
I'll pull
activates.
everyone to it.
Oh, okay.
I do have something to do on the cart on the way.
Let's see.
So you see now it shows up in the navigation. That's because it's active and we're here. If you don't toggle the activation when we leave, it'll drop back out of the navigation at the top. So you can always see it if it's active and you're there. But if we leave and you don't toggle its visibility, it'll just, which is cool. That's like the best way for like random encounter battle maps and stuff, right? It'll show up when we're there, and then when we leave, it goes away. So basically, if you want to toggle the navigation for places like towns and things where we know and we've been, and you want people to be able to just know exists, and you can pull individuals to a map too if you want. You can go click on it and then go down to player and say pull to scene, and so you can pull like individuals to different scenes if you want.
Okay. Saint Noble. Who the fuck is that? Anyway.
Who the fuck's who?
Just the way people get named. There's a succinct noble here.
Yeah, you can turn that's token mold. It'll automatically give people like adjectives for their to make them different. If you don't like it, that's in token mold. So if you go to
yeah, it's all good. I kind of figured it out, but I don't know where that guy's here. I guess from earlier. He's here now. I don't know. He's sitting down eating a pumpkin. So you journey south. You cross over the Raven River and start heading south along the road to Berez. The road is finely kept in good condition, and it's not flooded over swampland like it was when you saw it before. After about 30 minutes, you pass by Argenvostholt, the castle that's on the hill overlooking this road, this valley, and you see a bright, gleaming light in the tower. It sort of shines brightly even in the daytime. As you journey, you're passed several times by soldiers wearing gleaming silver armor, and people carrying equipment and things. There are people traveling down the river in boats carrying supplies for the battle that's about to ensue. And as you get closer, you see in all its glory the camp of the Order of the Silver Dragon. You don't approach that.
How badass is it? It's got to be.
They are badass. They are literally knights in shining armor.
Shiny.
They have
shiny armor.
Yeah, fucking shiny as shit. There's mounted cavalry. archers, just sort of gathered about this camp, and it looks to be maybe hundreds of soldiers, and then all their support, and archers and things. So, maybe a few thousand combatants. A pretty big army for this valley. You sort of in the distance as you look at their camp, right? You don't go to their camp. You veer off, and actually, Bildraith, the carriage parks, and you take rowboats across the river, and sort of congregate on the other side, where you can see across the river the battlefield. To the south across the river is the town of Berez. And Bildrath tells you that that's where the armies of King Barov have set up camp in the village. They've taken the village.
That's not very nice.
And so Bildrath brings you across the river in some canoes to this site. There's a little camp set up, and there are a ring of standing stones. I don't know how to do a pointer, I guess. There's this ring of standing stones.
Just long click, and you can ping.
Yeah, I was just wondering how to point, but that's okay. Ping.
You can also shift long click, and it'll pull everyone's focus to that point.
What about this? What about that? I don't even know if you can see these.
Okay.
Yeah, I
no,
can see
we
that.
can.
What the fuck is going on?
Too much going on, guys. Come on.
So, in the middle of this ring of standing stones, you see there's a group of druids performing some sort of ceremony.
Huh.
And yep, and to the south there is a little camp. In front of that camp, there's some chairs set up. There's some tables with food set up, and that's where Bildrath leads you. This is sort of the viewing area, and he'll tell you yes. Sorry, go ahead.
This circle before, in our time. Does this look familiar?
You did not come over to this side of the river.
Okay.
I don't believe. You did go to the village of Berez. However, when you visited it, it had been, it was flooded and destroyed and overgrown.
Over where Babala Saga was in that direction, right?
Yes, this is where Babala Saga's lair was.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so as you come to the camp, Bildrath sort of invites you to sit, and there's food and drink, and there's several servants here to sort of serve you. There's a few other nobles who look like they're on vacation who've taken up spots to just watch the battle. And he'll tell you, as he sees you looking towards the druid ceremony, he says, yes, the druids will bless the warriors before they go into battle. But please eat, drink, make yourselves at home. We have a while yet before the battle will start.
I look over at Delcasol. Should we go have a look around?
We should probably survey the battlefront. Perhaps we should attempt to warn Argynvost.
Of what we know.
Yes, we should. I agree with that, Delk. So Argynvost would believe our story, unlike that idiot Burgermeister.
Where the Lord Argynvost is currently holed up. We may be able to offer assistance.
Who are you asking? Are you asking Bildraith?
Yeah,
Why is-
Bildraith.
Why is Emmeric's token so small? It's like a little midget. He's like a little fucking pygmy.
Because he could have got fast without a trace. He's just hard to find.
Emmerich, you're quite small today.
Bildreth will tell you, well, that's you're in for a treat because Argynvost will be here soon. He'll come for the blessing. And he sort of gestures towards the druids who are, setting up, doing whatever druid shit they do. They're like burning twigs and chanting, and
Yeah, that's my shit.
there's 4 floating balls of fire that sort of surround this stone table in the center of that ring of stones.
To be honest, guys, I'm a little off, but these druids way less weird looking than the ones I'm used to.
I mean, you're pretty weird yourself there, Emmerich.
I mean, product of my environment, but what I'm saying is like comparatively.
Yeah, you can make like a magic check, or I guess wisdom or religion check, or whatever your spellcasting ability is, Emmerich. If you want to sort of observe them.
I'm just not rolling today.
Well, a 5 is still an easy success, so you get sort of easy knowledge, and you recognize this ritual. And it is a ritual of battle, but it seems, the version that you know is different and darker.
Mine has a lot more evil undertones. That's the one I don't cast on you guys. Kind of makes people crazy.
But yeah, it seems like they're doing a ritual of purification, whereas your people would do a ritual of desecration. But sort of like a preparatory ritual to channel the magic that they're going to cast later. But there's definitely the roots of the same. It's recognizable to you that this is some sort of relation to what you know. And also, I wish I knew how to get your token to be bigger. If I hit control, it spins. Does anybody want to do anything, or do you want to wait for Argynvost to show up? What do you want to do?
Well, talk to Dalton. Hey.
Yes, Emmerich. You're looking good, by the way, Emmerich. Just thought I'd tell you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that extra arm problem seems to have cleared up quite nicely.
Speaking of which, I kind of look into my bag. Do I still have the Hand of Glory?
No. It is gone.
That solves one question. Hey, Dalton. I'll be honest. This is my first day seeing the sun shine.
Really? That's right. You're from this land. It's nice, isn't it? Warm.
Yeah.
Makes my armor glitter quite nicely.
It's special. Feels foreign. The warmth. Does the sun shine like this where you're from?
Mm-hmm.
One day.
Hey, wait a second. Hold on. You just made me think of something, Emmerich. If Strahd hasn't been cursed yet, that means we could probably leave. We could all go back home.
It's a little sad when you say that. But tries to hide it. Yeah, You think, if this is all over, or if it's not, one day it is all over, think I could come with you?
Take you, Mark. I mean, as long as you can like rein in those kill everybody, turn into a spider kind of things. You do smell quite a lot less evil. I want to point out.
I imagine that all this time, like, there's no mist either, like in the distance, is there?
No. The mists are so there is sort of like mist like up where you would expect it at the mountaintops, but yeah, here in this valley there was maybe a little mist in the morning, but it's burned away.
Dalvin, you know, today marks a point in history where this, I imagine all of this changes, or starts to change. Why do you think we're here, guys?
It's a good question.
Can we stop it?
Maybe it's Strahd making us see that it's useless to be against them.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
But should we join this fight? Could we change it? We know what happens to Argynvost. We know that Strahd's brother, right, stabs him.
As far as you know, yeah.
The story goes that Strahd's brother puts his sword through Argynvost's chest here. Is that something we could prevent?
Probably. I mean, I believe anything's possible, right?
I can't. And I look around. I never imagined a world where the sun would shine. But now that I see it, I dread going back to a world where it doesn't.
Oh.
As you talk, you see on the far side of the lake several knights approach and dismount from their horses and begin to sail like just basically a wide canoe across the river. And Bildraith just sort of like nudges you, points. Argynvost approaches.
So I stand.
Takes a good few minutes for them to cross, and when they do, you see three figures dismount, and one of them appears to be much shorter than the others. The dwarf takes off his helmet when he gets out of the boat and leads the other two knights into the circle. They begin to march forward. They don't really pay any attention to the people on the sidelines, and they move with purpose. Did you want to do anything, or
We could tell him. We could tell him what we know happens here. We could say that I'm a druid. We could tell them I had a vision.
All right. Let's do it then. Here, I gesture them over to us. Hey, Mr. Druid guys, quick word.
you're talking to the druids?
No,
That's
the dwarf.
Oh, the dwarf. Oh,
Yeah.
Druid guys, you can go back to what you were doing. My bad.
Okay, so you accost Argynvost as he's making his way to the circle. So, they're sort of like right here. You can approach, and he will glance over at you, sort of warily. He says, "Yes, what is it? I have serious business to attend to."
I understand, and we have information that you need to understand. You see, there's no easy way to say this. We're from the future. Hey, back me up, guys.
We're from the future.
It's not a lie. It's just really hard to take all.
And
He pauses and looks you up and down.
And what happens today is going to be monumentally bad for everyone that's here. I mean, we're talking epic bad.
Get to the point,
level of
Jonathan.
bad
Strahd's brother will
is-
slay you today and destroy your army and curse everyone in this land for the next 1,000 years at least.
He says, "No man can see the future."
Well, that's not precisely true, but it's not that we've seen the future, we've come from the future.
I speak up. I must ask, Lord Arkenvoss, do you plan on fighting in your true form today?
He seems a little taken aback by that.
I mean, no offense.
Oh, yes, we know.
Right, from the future. Remember that it helps a lot.
As a matter of fact, we were tasked with returning your skull to the rest of your bones.
Boss Holt.
Quite a large skull,
He says,
if you take my meaning.
Hear us out.
in every battle I've ever been in, the future is uncertain. This battle is no different. My men and I will fight and die if need be to protect this battle.
Did you not hear about the curse on the land for 1,000 years? That's really
You'll
important
fight
part.
and you'll die and you'll fail, if that is your wish. You are given foreknowledge that may prevent this.
Yes.
This is the
So
greatest gift you
what
could
is
receive.
what is the knowledge that you're going to give him that could prevent this?
I don't know that we can prevent it, but we do know that it's Strahd's brother that kills him. So for one, and it's Strahd's brother's magical sword that he has. So that's probably nice to know. I don't have my notes, but I know that the Strahd's army come. We saw something. I mean, if they know where Strahd's army, if we can tell them what we saw the battle, we can at least try to give them some kind of strategic advantage. We can tell them to watch the fuck out for Strahd's brother or kill him first if possible. I guess we can help too, which would be different from the first time.
So he doesn't seem like he wants to buy this story, which, the whole "I'm from the future" thing. Why don't you give me a persuasion check?
Talk to me. Or
Who's trying to convince him?
Everyone.
I have a decent persuasion of
Let's do a group persuasion check then.
a +7.
Yeah. How do I do that?
Just roll a
So
persuasion.
fear attribute,
And inspiration.
All right. Persuasion. Rolling.
There you go.
Boom. Oh, did my score change because you hit it?
No,
No.
you rolled a 13. I rolled a 20. Dolphin rolled a 23.
He says, "I've faced many men in my life. At the peril of death was always there." If you-
Are you aware that Strahd has visited the Amber Temple and will seek the gift of vampirism from the things that dwell there?
More importantly,
He
are
says that is what we fight to avoid.
Lord Argenvoss, all I can say is you are wrong. You do not fight. Where we are from and what we have seen, you do not fight to the death, but rather you and your soldiers, upon failure here, fight forever in a state of undeath.
Well, so
As
you
revenant.
made your persuasion check. I mean, what are you trying to persuade him to do?
Believe
No,
us.
I think we're just trying.
He-
Yeah, that
He believes you. Now what?
Kill Strahd's brother.
Okay.
Yeah, or
formula about
must stay the fuck away from Strahd.
strictly
Have
based on
everybody else kill his brother.
I
mean-
guess I'm just trying to figure out like what do you want him to say? I mean, I don't even know what he would say. This is
Be right back, guys.
like what's actionable here.
I mean, here's what I'm going to say.
He was planning on just killing the shit out of everybody he could. So
Yeah, but it's like if he's dead set about going to go kill, then he should just eliminate Strahd's brother to eliminate the problem, and then Strahd will kill him. You know, I mean,
Sir,
he just go ahead.
I want to add, sir, and I can tell you one thing. If you do not heed our word, you will suffer, and you will suffer for a very, very long time.
He already believes us. He just like doesn't. This is like his job. It's like what he's got to do either way.
I'm just RPing, dude.
All right, take it easy, kid.
Yeah, relax.
But that's it. That's all I want to say.
He says thank you for your warning. If you truly are from the future, then you know what will come to pass. What makes you think you can change it?
Not sure we can, but we'd sure like
Then
to.
he turns and goes into the circle.
Did you
to
make me
receive
in
his
battle?
blessing.
What do we do? You said that also when I asked the date, it was like also the date that Tatiana died.
The year, I mean, thereabouts. Like, there's no. Basically, I'm just saying that, yeah, you're back at that point. You don't really have an exact year or anything.
We're at the point when shit starts going south.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to give you the impression that like this is the day that something happens.
That was the thing. I got it.
Argenvos
And I'm back.
goes and receives the blessing from this cabal of druids. They shine down holy light upon him. He stays for a few minutes and then gets back on his boat and sails back to the other side of the river. Duly warned about his impending death.
Well, we tried.
What can we do? Can we do nothing but watch history repeat itself?
That's what it seems like.
Who could aid him? Who could join the fight? But
Yes, I'm all for that.
but I'm sure that the battle is not won with those 5 people. If history serves itself, it was a massacre, right?
Kind of look sidelong at Delcasol. Right, Delcasol. Not all that good at history. I mean, futurology. I mean, I don't know what it is now.
So after a while, the druids like clear out of this clearing, or their little standing stone circle.
Does anybody else noticed how comically small the druids' boats are?
Very.
Yes. You, any one of us would sink in a boat like that.
No, no,
It's
those
not-
are realistic boat sizes when you consider a square is 5 feet.
It's not the size of the boat that matters.
It's a 10-foot long boat, like canoe. That's like as long as canoes actually are when you think about it.
Yes, yes.
So you continue on, and unless you want to take some action,
I was
across
just
the
gonna say
river.
real fast. Maybe if we're going to participate, maybe we should try to kill Strahd's brother. If all 5 of us, or at least can hold his brother up or something. Maybe that's.
I'm down for fighting.
I'm gonna find
Ye-
what it is.
I agree with Rao. Let's join this battle.
Yes,
And
Dr.
maybe
Saul.
yes, targeting Strahd's brother might be a good strategy. Because as you mentioned, we won't have much use in the battle proper, but if we can get in there and do a little stabby, we may be able to prevent everything that's happened.
There's war happening today. A great battle. Is it our intention to fight and die in this battle from long in the past?
Hold on a minute though. Since we're over here around the Baba Lasaga area, can somebody refresh my memory? What did she do with Strahd? Isn't she the mother of Strahd somehow?
No, that was her. She's like obsessed. She was his. I don't think
Like
that was
handmaiden or something. Like
yeah, she's obsessed with him, and like always, like I guess when he like recycles or something, she's always there. I don't think that was necessarily him or the him, or it could have been a
that was an illusion.
Um,
She does because of her obsession.
she's obsessed with him.
But I'm pretty sure she did raise him or something.
Listen, men. I think now is the time to strike. These people are mere mirrors of what they are in the future. They might be at their weakest point now, where we can strike and have great effect.
Well, we don't know that we can actually change the future. Perhaps all we can do is watch, or whatever we do makes it turn out the way it always did. We don't know. We can change things.
Yes, but don't you think
I mean,
our
we can
story
certainly
would carry
try.
on?
We can certainly try. I'm just not convinced.
Why are we here?
We also know that Strahd, today is the day of the old murder. If you get my drift.
Yes.
I
Do you
mean,
think we could get word to his brother and maybe tell him what Strahd's planning? Turn
Well, I
us against
suppose.
each other?
Well, he'll be here, so maybe first we try to convince his brother, and then we try to kill him if he won't listen.
Ooh, I think this plan is coming together.
We could relay, that his brother covets his soon-to-be wife, and he will be murdered, and she will be thrown or jump off a tower, and so on and so forth. And if he refuses to listen to reason, then we may just have to resort to violence. Although I know you all hate to resort to violence.
Never.
Yes, yes. Totally. Hey,
Bill Drath comes over and he says, "While we're preparing for the battle to begin, I've arranged for some entertainment, and there's like some people playing like the lute, and like some peasant people like dancing and juggling and stuff like that. Kind of pathetic, but not
Why
too
do
bad."
people always think war's a party until everybody gets slaughtered?
Oh, what do you mean slaughtered? The Order of the Silver Dragon will make short work of these
yeah, we keep
barbarians.
telling you
slaughter.
that's not going to happen.
So there'll be slaughter, one way or another.
Yeah.
Well, the armies of King Barov have invaded our land. They've taken over the village of Berez. They've brought it upon themselves. But believe me, the Order is a noble and good organization. They fight to protect us.
See, you still don't believe us, so that's nice. But you're wrong.
It's a hard story to believe. Holy fucking shit!
From the north, there is a popping sound as a man just appears.
Holy
He wears a red robe and has sort of like a crazy anime haircut.
Is he carrying a staff?
He does not have a staff. He does, however, have his hand extended palm up with a small, what looks like a piece of lodestone floating above it. And he's sort of like moving it around. And you can see that the stone is pointing straight at Emmerich. And once he settles on that, he looks up and he sort of he looks you right in the eyes, Emmerich, and he says, "You have my staff."
Yeah, I just found it. Here you go.
Zahn, we've been waiting for you. Perhaps you can sort out our problem.
Indeed, we have.
Yes.
Well, the only thing I'm here to sort out is getting my staff back.
You mean? I mean, you haven't lost it yet, but
Yet.
yeah.
What? I see it. It's right there.
Look, Kazan,
This is staff from the future, Kazan, where I believe you're quite dead.
yeah. If anybody would understand time travel, hopefully you will.
Yes, I saw you. I remember your tomb like I saw it yesterday.
Your golem is exquisite, and its lifetime far exceeds your own.
It's
Far
true.
exceeds.
Roll initiative.
Oh fuck!
What the? Oh my God, Kazan, kind of a fucking.
God damn it.
He wants his
How
fucking...
do we bros?
Sucks Kazan. He can't have
How do
his
I
staff.
do
Wait, guys.
Yeah.
We changed
Oh,
history.
there it is.
Is it a-
You're
where's
gonna ask me
initiative?
how to roll initiative? I have no idea.
So you go on your character sheet, and you just click the word.
How do I even get a
initiative.
character sheet?
I'm double clicking the shit out of my initiative word.
The word initiative, not-
Yeah.
How do I get a character sheet?
Are you being serious, piece?
Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it.
Jesus, always serious.
I am, dude. I'm not trying to. Now I got the character sheet. What do I do?
Kazan made a dexterity check. I'm just gonna do that.
How the hell do I add somebody to combat track?
Toggle their combat state. So you can do it by right-clicking and clicking the little sword, or if you can also use the little quick. If you see the DM
Gotcha.
ability, you can toggle combat state. I think.
Hey, Jar, how do we roll initiative?
There's a die
Um,
by your name in the combat tracker.
The combat tracker.
Yeah.
There's
Where-
a little
You have
fist.
to toggle your combat state. Right click on your portrait or picture.
Or go to utility from the little wordy drop down and say toggle combat state.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to do it? Yikes.
Mhm.
Well,
It's the
you do.
swords.
There.
Toggle combat state, and then from where
Then-
do I roll the initiative?
So go to the combat tracker and you'll see a die next to your name. If
The-
people have rolled, they're already rolled, and yours will. Although we're marked defeated and dead, I think. Oh no, it's not our turn.
That's pretty neat.
The combat tracker is the fist. There you go.
Yeah, I figured it out.
Kazan sucks at initiative.
I mean, how do you think he died to,
That's how he died the first time.
see.
No. Okay. Yeah. Right
Hey.
click.
If you're
You
gonna
think
come
it's
with us, you gotta suppress those evil tendencies. We don't steal.
He's a wizard.
We don't steal. Don't steal.
We didn't steal.
All we do is steal.
We didn't steal it. We were gifted
we
that.
Found it. No, we found it in an evil dungeon.
Yeah, and
That's not
somebody
stealing.
had to take the fucking fall.
I mean, as this starts out, I've just got my hands up saying, "Hey, whoa, Kazan, we're not your enemy."
You're the wizard. I was gonna give it back. He just started throwing shit.
Where is he on the map? I don't see him.
He's the guy with the circle
He's right to the north.
I had to move the map.
right there.
Man, I always thought Kazan was a really cool guy. Turns out only the armor was cool.
We're here. I'll even ping for you.
To be fair, Kazan's like the.
I found it.
He works for Strahd.
How the fuck?
He might work for Strahd.
His tomb is in Strahd's castle.
It was under it.
Yeah, but
Strahd buries everyone there so he can
Yeah.
throw from.
Kazan cast a spell.
Oh, god damn it, Kazan.
How the fuck do I stop drawing? Okay, there we go.
It's some legendary bullshit.
Can we yell at Kazan to fucking pay attention for a second before he goes apeshit? I have something
Sure.
to show him. I want to take out the Tome of Strahd that I have. And I want to shout at Kazan, like, before he dooms everyone, to fucking take a look-see at this.
Okay, so let me just figure out how this combat's gonna work. So I begin combat. Okay, so that was his surprise round.
So what is he doing now?
He has cast a spell.
I don't know what it is.
No, he didn't tell you. Hey, Rao, you know what I'm about to cast? I'm casting
see.
something now. You ready for it?
gonna
You
take
do
cover.
you do see a shimmering, sort of translucent effect pop up between yourself and Kazan and Emmerich. You're just gonna take cover. Okay, Delcasol, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold an action.
Mainly, I just want to figure out how the combat tracker works. So.
I mostly want to like yell at fucking Kazan that he's gonna fucking doom everyone and that he needs to take a look at this. And I'm gonna toss him the fucking Tome of Strahd. It's penned in Strahd's own hand and pretty much details fucking everything from today until fucking way later. I
So
We even really know that Kazan did
You throw it to him. It bounces
mean-
off an invisible wall.
Okay, well, tell him to read it. Like, read it. Look at it. It's penned in Strahd's own hand.
He says, "What is this?"
It's a tome penned by Strahd from the future. Read it. It's in his hand. You'll find it quite illuminating.
He says,
You don't have time to doom everyone here for your staff. Take
First, give me my staff."
Emmerich, give him his fucking staff.
It is
my
his staff.
turn.
It's my turn now. Give him his fucking staff, Emmerich.
It's not my turn.
I'm gonna
Dalton,
snatch the fucking staff from Emmerich and give it to
it-
fucking Kazan.
it's,
Can't get through the
it's
wall.
inside a wall of force.
Can't get through it. Fuck you.
I'm gonna run over to Emmerich.
Okay, you bounce off of an invisible wall of force.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna run over here to what's his face and say, "Hey, he's giving you your staff. Just relax. Everything's fine."
Happened at the same time. We're all just going.
How do I
You-
actually
you-
move my cursor? Do
It's-
I not move my cursor?
I have no idea.
So when you're doing control, that's going to be like
It's spacebar.
you hit space and then it'll accept the move.
Hey, there we go.
Did it work? Okay.
Yeah.
Seamus,
Amazing.
are you going to do anything, or are you going to wait?
Well, I'm partially inside this translucent, unless it's just a wall between Emmerich and.
Yeah, it's
Kazan.
basically popped up between you.
Okay. I'm just going to.
I don't know how to.
No, that's fine.
I'm not that good of a drawer. Oh, allow movement. Yes.
I'm just going to move over here.
Okay.
I'll just chill.
All right, Emmerich, what do you do?
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. I walked right over and like, here you go, man. And like, yeah, we found this in your grave. Dude.
In my grave.
I'm not even trying to lie.
It was in it. This was in his tower.
Yeah.
Read this
it was
book.
actually
It'll
in his
prove our
grave.
story.
It was
Yeah.
definitely in his grave.
And,
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's interesting to me. When did you lose it? Was it potentially last night?
3 days ago.
He says, "I'm never without it. How did you come about it?"
Hey, it's my turn.
Okay, explain them.
I just look him dead in the eyes. I found it in your tomb, and I hand it to him.
In my tomb.
Yeah, we're.
Wait, hold
some
on.
Weird.
You're from the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really should read the book, Kazan.
He says, "Damn,
No one's listening to us.
I knew it. That's why I can never get anything to go right. I knew it had to be something. You're a medalist from the future."
No. Strahd's a meddler from the past. We're from the bad future, and we just got here. We just got here today.
Why don't you go back to the future then?
Can you help us with that?
We need to go 80.
1.21 gigawatts of force power.
Get it? Get
You're
it?
the
Go
wizard.
back.
You tell us.
We didn't want to come here. I
You're the
really
most powerful wizard in
Kazan.
He says, "Well, you're wise to come to me. Yes, I am powerful.
Yes. Very.
My very name itself carries a powerful effect."
His power.
Yes, it also lets us use your golem quite well.
You're very much aware. That is actually what is written on your tomb in the future.
He says, "My
It's amazing.
golem." No.
Make him yet?
As you say this, a animated suit of armor comes stumbling up throughout the
Kazan!
Come on. Hey, what's up, buddy?
That's what we call the robot, by the way. He's
We're
a
hanging out.
good robot. Just want to point out, great guy.
Well,
Helped us many times.
We were into your tower.
Yes,
in
he's
the
been
future.
very helpful
Awesome.
in our journey.
You're awesome.
he's kind of an idiot.
That's true.
Doesn't
But
really
quite
follow orders
useful.
that well.
You know what the
Doesn't
Russians
have-
say? I mean, the Bavarians say about useful idiots.
Yes, I suppose so.
Anyway, so in the future, Strahd von Zarovich basically takes over Barovia and puts it under a terrible curse. And Argenvoss dies here, and I guess you end up dying in his castle.
Oh yes, well, Argenvost will die today. To be sure. No one can stand Strahd's armies.
You work for Strahd, or you're from Strahd.
Well, I help him build his castle. I don't work for him.
Yeah. Well, I hope you know what Strahd does to those who help him or work with him. You'll have the honor of being buried under the castle you helped him build, where he lords over all the others he's defeated.
It's on his Lord Strahd.
Including his own brother, I might add, who he should be killed sometime later today.
Who, Sergei? No.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Sergei's
Yes.
a great guy. No, Strahd would never hurt Sergei.
Oh, he kills him
Of
fucking
course he
dead.
would. He cut.
We're from the future. We're just telling you what happens. We're
We
not
have a
even,
book.
we're not even.
It's
not even a
here.
big
Read
deal.
it.
Yeah, read
Yeah, read the book.
it's penned in Strahd.
Read the goddamn book.
He says, "I'm gonna take this wall. None of you better make moves."
We will move. We will move if you
Very
don't.
good at standing still.
He drops the wall.
That's so cool. I wish we had it.
He takes the book and he flips through it. Seems very old.
Well, it is in the future.
Indeed, it is written in Strahd's hand.
Right. In proper time, it's easily more than 400 years old.
Yes, I believe about 400 years, give or take.
Right. But, if you use relative time, it's probably about, maybe, I don't even know if it's been written yet, has it?
No.
He says,
Don't tire yourself, Dalapin.
It is
"It's
hurting.
interesting, but yeah, and you know that the Tome of Strahd is written in a sort of a shorthand code. And Kazan says, yes, this does seem to be Strahd's writing. He says, I believe you. I knew I shouldn't have taken up with Strahd. Well,
The vampire.
he is savage.
He becomes a
and-
vampire.
And
He's not a vampire yet. He will be sometime later today or tomorrow.
What's your attack roll on that?
he says, a vampire.
Indeed, after he smashes the army here, he will travel to the Amber Temple, where the remains of some elder evil gods are imprisoned. He will make a deal with them, getting
The
the
Amber
gift of vampirism, and proceed to rule over this land with an iron fist, bringing misery and sadness for hundreds and hundreds of years.
He says, yes, well, so that explains what he's been so secretive about searching those mountains for.
Yes. Bad things.
Yeah.
About this time, you hear the sound of a low horn echo through the valley coming from the south. And a mist begins to arise from the village of Perez.
No.
Oh, I believe he's here.
Oh, yes.
Here comes Sergei.
Everybody starts having like
Panic attack.
basically the mist is coming back for him.
Out of the mists and over this sound of these horns comes the shouts of thousands of warriors and what sounds like a stampede as they run across this battlefield, charging to the order of the Silver Dragon. It looks like the battle is going to be joined.
Begins.
Yes, the
Ready
Knights of the
yourselves.
Order, they take to their horseback, their archers, call up and, they unleash a few volleys of arrows at the charging warriors, cutting them down. But the warriors who wear these horned helmets that, you've seen Strahd's insignia, which is basically almost like those Oriental type helmets with the horns. And the two armies clash. There's screaming and bloodshed. But the knights seem to be holding their own.
God, is there something you can do? During history, today marks a day where everything starts going to shit. You're the most powerful wizard who's ever lived in the lands, ever will live, based on what we've done. What say you?
He says, you would stand against Strahd's army.
Yes.
Good against Strahd.
If you can see what he's done, there's no other choice.
God slays his own brother. He marries his wife. Or to-be wife.
He says,
And becomes cook for eternity.
he just says, gross. So
Yeah, right?
he marries his own stepsister.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't let Sergei marry him. That's why he murders Sergei. Then he attempts to marry her,
kills herself.
and she throws herself off.
before that. But that
Of course,
curses
very
Barovia
bad.
forever.
Yes,
He
and then
says-
she's reincarnated from forever.
He says, what did you say this girl's name was?
Tatiana.
He says, no, I've not heard of any Tatiana in the castle.
Then we are early.
Is it Tatiana? Tatiana was.
What's the girl's name?
He says, no, Sergei is to be married to a young servant girl named Basuka. Yes. Yes, I think you're wrong. No, there is no Tatiana.
It's in the book. She gets reborn. She has different names. She's had hundreds of names.
Tatiana was the first, though, right?
Strahd to own her, then he loses her,
What
and
was-
the cycle begins anew.
What was Casimir's sister's name?
Katrina.
Katrina.
You heard of Katrina. You heard that?
Oh yes, Katrina. Yes. A very powerful wizard.
Oh yes, and Strahd also wipes out all the Dusk Elves as just
Oh, the
sort
female
of
Dusk
because
Elves.
he was annoyed.
He just sort of shrugs. Elves, you know.
Well, in our time,
I hear
a
you.
woman, Tatiana. Wait, so Tatiana hasn't shown up in the story yet, because Strahd decides to marry her over Katrina. No. After he's already been married to Katrina.
He says, well, all I know is that Sergei is to be married to a young girl named Vasilka, who is a servant at the castle. I don't know. Maybe you're not from the future, after all.
Yes, but things are going to change today for your timeline.
I have to say, gentlemen, for a very intelligent wizard, he's not near as smart as I thought he'd be.
That's
Oh,
why
it's
he's
good.
dead.
But I don't know how to judge smartness.
You're thinking of insight.
I don't know how to judge smartness.
Oh,
You're not thinking of intelligence. This man is clearly the smartest man I've ever met.
Across the field, you hear a chorus of screams as the mist has been creeping up on the battlefield, but now there is a sort of greenish tint to this mist that envelops the back lines of
Some fucking evil spell.
of the Order of the Silver Dragon, and you see. Well, everybody make a perception check.
Perception.
perception. Open character sheet. Click perception.
You don't even have to do it. It's under skills, man.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Eventually. Oh, I'm doing good.
You're staring at that ground, man. That
Yeah, this
ground.
overlay thing is pretty cool.
That is some nice dirt.
Yeah, it's
there.
actually really helpful. I installed it mostly for you, Nick, because if you can, it works for everybody as long as you select a token on the field. So during combat, instead of you having to open all these fuckers sheets, you can just use that for all your combatants,
Yep.
and it should show their stuff.
So let's see, perception. So Delka, Sol, and Rao and Seamus across the battlefield, you see a small figure that appears to be flying above the battle, and it looks like it is casting the spell that has summoned this green contagion.
Oh, great. Blight.
And it sort of
Or
flies around and out of sight after casting the spell.
Oh, is that Bobby Saga?
Oh, I bet you it is.
Oh, Kazan, what do you know about Baba?
Who? No.
Bobby Saga. Oh, you're Look, if you're going to be stubborn, how about I have my book back and we'll be on our way. Enjoy your tomb under Strahd's castle.
Take your staff.
He says, if you oppose Strahd, it is you who will wind up in a tomb. And he disappears.
He kept the book.
He'll give the book back.
Oh, that was nice of him. Oh, God.
And if only we had dropped out.
I mean, it's kind of funny. Oppose Strahd or not, you still end up dead. Basically, if you know Strahd, you're going to end up dead at some point soon.
Did we fail?
I say we go find Sergei or Bobby Saga or both.
I have a feeling that we can do both on the field already.
So, a few things happen. You spot this flying spellcaster that looks like a robed man, just sort of flying around. As this figure sort of enters the battle, and casts this cloud kill spell, and then starts hurling fireballs down on the Order of the Silver Dragon. You see Argynvost take flight in his true form, and a wave of fear spreads over the army of King Barov. Many of them break and flee, but a lot do not. They continue to fight. They appear to be pretty hardy soldiers. And out of the mist, on the side of King Barov, I guess I could just call it the Barovian army, come some flying creatures of their own. These, not dragons, but they sort of look like dragons. They are wyverns, and each one has 2 knights mounted on the back of it with these horned helms, and they engage Argynvost. Barovian archers and these wyverns all sort of like attacking Argynvost. Argynvost uses his cold breath to decimate Strahd's army, taking many wounds in return. Bildraith looks very concerned. In fact,
So,
Bildraith just...
Sergey is? Can we locate Sergey?
how do you want to do that?
I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, does he have special dress? I mean, I think we know vaguely what he looks like from plenty of descriptions and writings and tomb carvings. And I mean, I would assume as Strahd's brother, he's probably done up. I mean, he's probably in charge of somebody.
Okay, so you basically just want to try to identify any leaders or lieutenants in the army.
Yeah, and see if one of them looks like he might be Sergey.
From where you are, I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, make a perception check.
Can I use my guidance for that?
Sure. Pray to whatever gods you have.
Might be the last time we hear from them.
I'm praying.
Dorian would have liked.
Sorry, I'm trying to actually use the character sheet here to see. So guidance, let's see if that automatically kicks in or not.
Let's see.
Now I can add a normal 1d4 to the situational bonus, but I'm going to say I don't know if guidance actually did anything. Here, let's just see normal. So no, it did not add I should have added the 1d4. So here. There you go. 11. Not sweet, but
Well, I mean, you have a +9 to perception. That's pretty good. So, well, I mean, I guess that's just normal at your level. Okay, so you get an 11.
massive wisdom.
Yeah. You see that one of these wyvern riders, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on, but on the ground, but one of these wyvern riders does wield a halberd or glaive that appears to have a crystal blade. And he is swooping in and attacking Argynvost pretty effectively. And you see Argynvost is taking a lot of damage.
We're too late.
And in fact, Argynvost, greatly damaged, begins to veer off course, flies across the river, and lands right in front of you. Just sort of crashing down with gaping wounds in his wings and
wounds.
sort of neck.
Yeah, I'll lay on hands his ass.
Okay, roll initiative. Okay, hold on, I gotta figure out how to do this shit.
If you want, Nick, there's actually a mod that you can, if you want to do that rolling initiative at the beginning of any turn, there's a mod that'll enforce that.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me go look for it.
Yeah, and I don't even know if this is like, is it updating initiative?
It is not allowing me to read initiative.
It doesn't matter. I think I have to like create a new encounter or something, so I'm not going to do that.
Whatever.
So,
hot on the tail.
just hit roll all. Look, so if you roll all, I think you can select everyone and like re-roll their initiative.
Okay, give me a second.
Superstitious wyvern. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
They're not superstitious. They're just a little stitious.
I like how Arcane Boss was like, hey, those guys said something about this. Let's go there.
How do I update hit
quick
points?
Fair warning, guys. I can do about another 30 minutes before I'm gonna just disappear.
Let's do it.
So Nick, you can see that there's in that gear in the combat round. If you do the gear, there's like tracked resource. So if you say attributes, HP value, right? So now I just added the hit points into the combat tracker, see it? And now you can alter them right there in the combat tracker. And you can do that with anything. Any attributes, they're just like, attributes dot HP dot value or AC dot value. So anything you want, you can actually add in there. But I added the hit points in, and you should be able to manipulate them now.
Okay. And I can
Yeah, and
probably-
after you add everyone, you can hit that roll all, and it'll roll everyone that hasn't rolled.
How do you get the characters to reroll though?
That I'm looking for the setting. There's a way to do what Nick does, where you re-roll every turn. There's a way to turn that on. I just have to.
Dirty Knight of Strahd.
let's see.
Rhapsodic of Sergei Vonzarovich.
Wait, there we go. Nope, yep.
What the fuck is that?
That's a hell of a beat. That's what that is.
There should be a reset initiative at the top of the combat tracker on the left-hand side.
Let's see.
Looks like a refresh that's upside down.
Oh, reset initiative. Okay, there you go. There.
Now do roll all. If you just do roll all, it'll just re-roll. Yep, there you go.
Well, so you guys can go and click your own.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
I got worse.
There's so many dice on it.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's a lot of dice.
It's history today, guys.
Let's see. How do I start this? Okay. Delcasol. Arganvos crashes to the ground in front of you. Hot on his tail, these two wyverns with their riders come swooping in. They're about, let's say, 30 feet off the ground, flying over this river. Not sure how to mark
Okay,
elevation.
those guys.
Those bastards.
Yeah, there is a way to do elevation. It's in the. It'll do shadows and stuff, but.
Let's not worry about it.
Yeah, let me figure out what I'm doing here first.
is there a way to send the token to the back?
I can install. There's a mount up module that actually allows for riders, and we'll do that. But I think there is a way to send it to the back.
It's all good. Sleazy Wyvern number 1. Yeah.
That's funny.
So one's a slut and the other one's like really into like astrology.
Do you know somebody like that?
I know, yeah, I know a couple.
Alright,
So that's Arch lost up there. Yeah. Okay, I see him. Oh, hey, big fellow. Sad.
He is grievously wounded. It looks like his wings have been sort of targeted to take away his ability to fly. They're cut and shredded.
Oh,
Bastards.
It's depressing, but also sort of like speaks to the skill of these warriors, because it doesn't seem like this is something that they haven't encountered before.
Strahd is so fucking evil.
I think I can move 40 feet. So then, he's not dying, right? Do I need to cast Spare the Dying on him or anything?
It doesn't look like he's dying, but how the fuck do I update his hit points? Oh, I have to hit enter, maybe. Yeah, okay.
Oh, my clock's getting mad at me.
Okay, so his status is near death, but
Oh,
It's not great. It's not bad.
You could do it.
I
now,
really
so-
like the clock. Hey, reminds you to get your fucking dirt done.
yeah, this is a long turn. What are we doing?
yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out because I just added all these spells. I kind of had to redo them all.
Well, so let's just, don't worry about any automation or anything. Let's just,
Yeah,
roll it out.
Figure out if I can heal him or help him. I have.
Look, I'll heal him when the turn
Okay.
comes. Just
You're gonna heal him.
And I have lay on hands too. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll shoot at the wyvern.
no, and save your lay on hands.
It sucks that both the healers are like last in initiative order.
I can heal him for 50.
I can heal him
instantly.
for like 40.
I can do the same with lay on hands.
Yeah, but I'm saying you could do something more useful.
Did that apply the damage automatically, Nick, or do you have to click on it to apply it? It says it hits, so it was 19 normal, or 19 and then 1d8 plus 1 plus 4, so 13 piercing.
Click to apply full damage to selected tokens. Okay.
Yeah, check and see if it already applied it though.
Oh, which one you're sleazy?
Yeah, sleazy.
This fucking sheet is being weird. Hold on.
You can
Okay.
probably see
Yeah,
the combat
looks good.
tracker.
Yep.
Did it apply it?
Yep. Oh, I had to hit the button, but it did.
Okay, it should. There's a way I can make it auto apply it, but I don't know. Keep going then.
Holy shit, Casimir's alive in this time.
Yeah.
So I get a second attack.
Yep.
Oh shit, bitch.
Oh wait, Dorian's dead.
Yeah, Dorian's permanently dead.
And we're not friends yet, so it'd just be weird if I showed up and was like, "Hey, buddy."
So now that doesn't give me the mouse over option.
I don't even see like Delcasol's
No,
attacks.
that automatically applied. I don't get it, but whatever. Okay, are you done? Rhapsodic Sergei Bonzarevich's turn. Sergei going to look at his stuff and see what he's doing. Okay.
We have to try. I'm going to just shout. We have to try to warn Sergei, or at least try to warn him.
We could just kill him now.
I don't
We
know
can
that
try
we're
to
gonna be able
warn
to
him.
warn
If he doesn't believe us, then we can do that. But
We don't have time. He's gonna kill Argon Boss now.
well, from all
he's-
Sergei's an okay guy.
You see Sergei sort of like wields his glaive up in the air, which has this like insane like crystalline blade, and divine power seems to like emanate and sort of like wrap around his body, and he is holding an attack for when he gets near Argynvost. Gallopin, it's your turn.
Okay, looking over my shoulder at Emmerich and Seamus, you're like, you sure you don't want me to just give him a little yeah right now?
No, no.
Kill it now.
Attack.
Attack.
Sleazy, get the Sleazy. There's three people right closer to you.
You can give him like 40 HP in one go. That might be worth it.
I can give him 50 in one go.
Alright, I can give him like I can give him between like 40 and 30.
All right, you guys got it. I'm going over here.
If you don't have to go for a while.
I know, but I'm saying, let me just kill him and you just attack.
Yep, working on it.
Okay,
I'll start
what are
with
you gonna do there?
Actually, let me run to right there.
They're up in the air.
There we go. And what? I've got a. Who is this?
So basically, they're 30 feet above you, flying.
Okay. Then there's not much I can
Use
do
that
about
crossbow.
that. Okay. I guess I'll shoot with my bow, or maybe a javelin.
Isn't Javelin 2060?
And do we have one we are
Yeah,
already
the one
shooting
beside
at?
you
That one.
is barely injured. Yes. The Wervin.
How do I target him? There we go. Javelin.
For one dice, knock the other dice. That was funny.
Okay, let's see. Did that automatically apply? Probably. Looks like it.
Excellent. I'll do
Is that
that
it?
again. Extra attack. Dope.
This thing is like as big as a house, and you miss it.
That's because I'm an inept adventurer that doesn't know what he's doing.
This thing right here is going to fly down near Argynvost, allowing its passenger. So Sergei already held an action, so he gets to make an attack.
Probably should have healed him now.
Well, feel free to heal him on your turn then.
Or do we?
Oh, we're fine.
Does he miss? He misses, probably.
3.
He rolled an 11.
Yeah, his glaive just bounces off the metallic skin of Argynvost. Yeah, AC 19.
D.
The Wyvern is going to make some attacks. Let's see. Bite. Okay, so bite. Missing. And it whips around with this nasty stinger.
It's a plus 10 to attack, guys.
That hits. Dealing 11 piercing damage plus 33 poison damage. And something about a poison saving throw. So let's see.
Damn, didn't expect a 76.
That's. Ooh.
I was gonna not heal him and let you do it all, but we might need 2 healers.
Do I want to enable enhanced conditions?
I lack
know
the
what that
permission to
means.
update the world setting.
So I think, Nick, it will reload. If you go through the full turn, I think it will re-roll initiative now automatically. Maybe.
So is that what this enhanced conditions thing is? So something says in order to use concentration.
Yeah, it's throwing errors.
What does this mean?
Just reload. Hit F5 to reload it. Because I turned on it's the combat utility belt.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, I thought it would just auto refresh for everybody, but
It's all good.
Typical DevOps excuse.
Hey, welcome to Better Roll Tables. Okay, and so this guy needs to make a saving throw. Sorry, it's taking longer than I want to do. So, fuck, now it reloads. Son of a bitch.
yeah, I don't know. I turned off better roll tables. I think
What?
I don't want better roll tables, so it conflicts with. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so con save. Con save.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
He fails it. Holy shit.
14.
How does a fucking dragon fail a con save?
Wow, he failed it. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. No. Okay, so it's fine. So he takes the same amount of damage he already did. So the 76 is a con save, so I don't know that the boys are coming in all weird. And then this wyvern is going to fly up. He's going to fly up 40 feet. Argenvost gets a swipe, though.
Kill him, Argenvost.
He has a plus 18 to a hit, so that's pretty good.
Good God.
Dealing 12 slashing damage. He's trying.
You said 40 feet, and I heard 4D feet, and I was like, how many sides does a foot have?
Okay,
Sorry.
so that's 4D feet. Yeah, exactly. Ralph ends. Sorry, it took 30 minutes to get to your turn, bro, but it did.
That's okay. So, how do I know what's like an enemy on the map? These.
Anything that shows red box around it, excluding
I
Bildreth.
don't know, honestly.
A red box? Okay, I see it. Yeah.
I mean, Argenvost isn't.
So, yeah, the enemies would be these 2 flying wyverns and that guy's like 30 feet above you, by the way.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Is there anybody on the ground that I can attack?
Nope.
Your party members, I guess. I don't know.
Alright, I'll shoot a bow. Let me just figure out how to get the character sheet again.
You should be able to double click on your.
Yeah, so go to actors, and when you open your character sheet, if you look at the top, you'll see up there is pop out, so you can just pop it out.
Yeah, I just did that. Yeah.
Okay. I put it on another monitor.
Alright. Oh, I don't have a bow anymore. No, I do. I got a long bow.
Yeah, you took. Dorian gave it to you. Parting death gift.
So how do I target it? I just click it?
You see the double circles on the upper left?
You can just roll the die. That's fine. I mean, we can figure out everything some other.
Sorry.
You right click on the monster piece, and then there's a little target symbol, basically.
I have
I'd
a
like-
weird like banner
It's a little
and auto on my screen.
Or, what do you mean a weird banner? Oh,
It's
that's the
like
clock.
a candy cane looking.
Yeah, that's the turn clock. See it advancing? That's when it's going to start ticking. Or P's, if you look on the left with all the little boxes of weird icon drawy looking tools, you'll see a
Yeah.
bullseye. You can just click that. Just click the bullseye and click somebody.
Thank you.
Found some dark chocolate. I'm happy. Do any of you like get drunk while we play, or like have a drink?
I do.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm like not the only one who like.
No, that's why Garrett always snoozes out.
Yep.
That's
really?
probably part of it. Speaking of snoozing out, the clock is ticking.
Kind of literally, there's a little ticking clock at the bottom of the screen.
You done, Ral?
Yeah, that's all I can
okay.
do.
So
I
you
guess like move. I'll take cover.
wait, so you missed with a 24?
No, you hit with a 24.
No, I hit.
Oh,
You
hit.
missed
Okay.
with an 11.
The next one I rolled 11, missed.
Okay, sorry. I'm still trying to figure out the interface here. Okay. Sleazy
Move
Wyvern.
there and cover.
This fucking sleazebag Wyvern's turn. This guy flies down right here.
Ah, shit. That thing's huge.
He's a sleazebag too.
This guy looks like a total.
Let's see. So he gets okay. So he's gonna make a claw attack against Stalapin. 20.
Oh, I'm getting crushed.
Does that hit?
I believe it does.
Okay. You take 17 damage.
That's not good. Okay.
And he whips his stinger at you, Emmerich.
What? Fuck!
Oh, does that damage not automatically apply?
It might if I wanted to target everybody, but I don't. So please apply the 17 damage yourself.
No problem.
You target
Yes.
them and roll it like it should say like where. So if you use the targeting system, if you scroll up in the chat, like I think it looks like Pisa where it says hits. Yeah, so you're just
Does a 14 hit,
It
Emmerich?
sure doesn't! Get
Nice.
fucked! Woo! Just
See, Nick,
literally-
if you target Emmerich, Nick, it'll auto apply. If you don't target, it just rolls into space.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Let's go 25% chance of miss.
This knight is going to make 2 longsword attacks against Dalipin. Rolling a 9 and an 11, missing
Let's
both
go,
times.
baby.
Oh, can I get the opportunity attack when he came within the range? Just a quick smashy smash.
That was a few turns ago, so
Okay, fine.
Alright, it's my turn. I put down my fucking 30-foot radius circle of unicorn bullshit
mm-hmm.
to get everybody include all of my teammates and Argon Boss. And I throw out. Well, I can't walk over there anymore. I didn't get hit yet. So this turn, I'll throw out a healing word at 5th level at Argon Boss.
Is it a 30 foot? There you go.
Did I get all of this? Or okay. And then yeah, and I'll throw that out, and I. Okay, I'm sorry. I see what everyone else is taking on. This is how I used to. Do that from spells.
Yeah, and I think that's your spell template, right? That's the size. Yeah, it should. You roll from your sheet. It should basically create a template of the size of the spell you're casting.
I just made one. Well, this is for his unicorn.
Oh, yeah. So
well-
everyone in our circle who is hurt gets 10 health right now. I don't have that yet.
So you're doing this, and you're casting a spell to heal Argynvost, right?
Yeah, because it's gonna take both of us, man.
That's fine.
All right, and then it's plus. Remember at level 1, so plus 40 for.
Just remember, y'all told me not to heal him.
It's fine.
It's all good, Dalpin.
So he
It's
takes.
cool.
So Argynvost gets 27, and everyone else in the circle gets 10.
So he
Nice.
gets. Does he get the supplemental heal
Yep.
as well?
Yeah, because I choose him. That's only when I cast a heal, though. It says that has nothing to do with anyone else cast a heal. And my healing words are "Don't be a bitch."
And Nick, if that clock timer is set too short or so, you can totally change it. You can turn it off or change the time or whatever you want.
That's the end of my turn.
You should probably draw that circle instead of me.
Oh, I don't know. It's fine.
If you just drew it, Jonathan, I don't think it matters. It'll stay until you delete it. So
I know, but
it's
it was targeting everybody, so I had to go through targets.
Oh,
Okay, god damn it. God damn this sheet.
just click the token and use the little fast buttons.
Say
And
so.
you can use the select targets draw item. So just pick the guy, click the bullseye on the left over there. It's the 4th box on your draw tools. Select the target, go to the quick item, and click the button.
Oh, wait, these guys are scary.
No. What the fuck?
Never mind.
Get out of here, Argynvost.
How much damage did Argynvost take? Like a fuck ton?
He took 33 one turn.
Yeah,
That's-
I don't understand where the quick item is.
So you click on like
If you highlight a token, you should see its little name and then like 4 buttons like inventory, features, skills, saves. And you can move that panel so it's wherever you put it. I put mine below my draw tools, but I think by
Okay.
default, it starts up by the draw tools. But you can move it around by highlight. You'll see a little arrow on the left, so it's a floating. You can put it wherever
Okay.
you like.
It is Argynvost's turn.
The only question I have for you, Nick, when it becomes my turn, is about health of Argynvost.
Is what?
How much total health does he have? Just so that.
How would you know that?
Well, I'm just wanting to make sure for my channel divinity.
Hey, you're
So,
Sure,
Jonathan,
doctor.
if you hover over the token of Argynvost, you'll see it still says near death.
Okay.
So you'll get your combat levels like bloodied. So I would say if he's near death and he's a dragon, then you're not going to overspend.
Well, the reason is the channel divinity can only go up to. It cannot go above 50%.
Argynvost
He's near death.
Okay.
looks up and unleashes a torrent of cold breath against these 3 people. So
Yeah, kill him, Argynvost.
he will try. What the fuck?
Roll good, buddy. Roll good.
Certainly.
Roll well.
Oh, stop.
Where are my spell slots?
On your character sheet, they are above,
Oh,
or they're with each
I
level.
see.
Where are they? Are they in spell?
Yeah, they're under spell book. First, second, third, and fourth, fifth. They all show different spells slots.
I don't see. Wait, something's not right. This bitch say my spell DC is 12.
Peaches. Let's see.
Oh, you need to change it to wisdom.
It is on wisdom.
Did that work?
And there's a you know what?
Oh, I targeted Argynvost himself.
Well, he's saved. Yeah.
Cold breath. Hold on. I don't understand why. Let me see. Don't target yourself,
It
Shama.
says, yeah, and it says he saved, so that's cool. But then fail. Everybody else failed.
I mean, he's
Okay.
probably immune to cold damage.
So it's in the chat. It says Sergei von Zarevich fails with 11. Wyvern 2 fails with 13. Dirty Knight of Strahd fails with 11.
They take 65 cold damage, just plastering them.
And I think if they are targeted and you roll that damage, it should do it. And I think it even tries to figure out if they have resistance, half of half. But figuring out resistance is kind of iffy on how the objects entered in inventory, or I don't know. It parses it for a certain thing. So sometimes it figures out resistance, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay. This guy falls to the ground unconscious and hits with a bone-crunching splat.
Hey.
Seamus McBain. McBain.
McBiggin.
Seamus McBiggin.
McBean.
All right, so here we go. Use the ability on Argynvost for 50 health.
Okay. You're gonna. Oh, that's a channel divinity.
It is. That's an
So
action.
you applied it.
Dalpin,
Yeah,
are
you heal the shit out of him.
I can do it again. Dalpin, are you still injured?
Yes.
Did it apply it?
But
I applied 15 to him.
by only 17 points.
Only
I
17
would do it,
points.
dude. Heal his ass up.
No, that's it's injured. Do I have anything else that's bonus action? I will just cast Healing Word on you, Dalpin.
Oh, we got this. We got the heals.
So, gang, I'm kind of tempted on my turn to try to go show Sergei the book. I feel like I showed everyone else and gave them a chance to believe us. and
Sergei's not going to read a book in the middle of the battle. There's no way.
ask him for a parlay. I think he's an honorable knight, right? I think if I ask,
Parlays aren't called in the middle of fights, though. Like,
You
this is
call it
the
whatever
middle
you
of a battle.
if people are honorable, you call them whenever you want.
So did that just re-roll initiative for everybody?
It didn't roll
Yeah.
I
for
feel like
me.
it did.
It looks like it
Did it?
did.
Yeah, I did. You just
Cool.
got the same fucking.
I
roll.
rolled in a 6 again. Okay. Hey.
Yeah, I don't
Shitting
think
the same
anybody
spot.
like changed positions. Okay.
Not
I did.
really.
I'm in last now.
I'm actually right tied with Archenboss.
Well, Delcasol, it is your turn. What do you want to do? And I think, depending on your decision, we're going to call it here for the night. What do you want to do? Argynvost seems to surge back with healing magic.
Well, I mean, if I try to talk to Sergei, does that mean we have to stop? Because then we could just kill everybody, I guess, or shoot at people.
Well, I mean, okay, so you can't really talk to people, and I mean, you could like shout something at them, I guess. But
Yeah,
his-
I have
his
thaumaturgy.
ear holes are probably like frozen, you know.
I have
frozen over.
thaumaturgy, so I was gonna just like use thaumaturgy to try to call for a parlay to show him the book, like written in his own brother's hand, that he's gonna get fucking murdered. I guess at any rate, I'll move. So I'll move between Argynvost and I'll use thaumaturgy to try to tell him, to request a parlay that I had something he needs to know. And that's all I ask, is just to show him one thing, and then if he doesn't care, then we can resume this combat.
Sergei and his mount, the driver to his mount has basically been killed.
Splatted, right?
He grabs on and steers the beast down, landing right beside this tree. Yeah, he is badly injured. And he sort of stumbles off of the creature. That the wyvern then flies off.
So he's like,
Its
oh,
morale
morale.
breaking. After he basically releases control of it, it flies away as fast as it can. Sergey sort of puts up his glove and just says, "I yield." Yeah, and he is badly hurt.
Okay. Well, I want to approach Sergey and tell him, you know, I have information that we are travelers. No one, it's up to you to believe us or not. We're from the future. I've given this information to Kazan, as well as to Arvangast himself, and others, and you deserve the information as well. Is that your brother plans to murder you, travel to the Amber Temple, take the gift of vampirism, and he will rule over this land with tyranny and an evil fist for centuries to come. I have proof. I have a diary written by your brother, brought from us 400 years hence, written in his own hand, written in his own shorthand and code, detailing all the deeds that he has performed from today and henceforth. You may look at it and choose what you will, as the others have, but I felt that it was right that you too should know what's at stake this day.
You hand him the book. He looks at it. I guess make a persuasion check.
Roll well, sir. Roll well.
I want to use inspiration for that. I have an inspiration.
Persuasion check to end the session. You can do it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna click. Oh, okay. I just click it. So inspiration's done. Okay. And then, so if you guys didn't know, I think if you hold down either Shift and Control is advantage and disadvantage, but I honestly don't remember which one is which. So
I believe
we're about to
control
find
is
out.
advantage.
Oh, that didn't work.
You can also click on the thing and it'll give you the option to roll the thing check. Your sheet.
I see a persuasion. 15.
Well, that was 2. So because I used it. So 15.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's some way it's. I mean, I know if you roll normally, it'll pop a dialogue up that says, and some of those are disabled for speed because they're. But you can also control and shift at some certain places. Will give you advantage, disadvantage if you want, just as a hotkey. But I haven't quite sorted that out yet.
Was that a tower roll?
Yeah, he might not have it set to public.
Alrighty. I'll wait. But I'm almost gone.
So,
I think you rolled a 1.
he takes the book and looks at you and looks around. He looks across the river. You see the battle is raging, and it looks like the Order of the Silver Dragon is being pushed back. And he says,
Now do you believe us,
brother.
Arvangast?
my brother
Jesus.
would never betray me.
Yeah, gonna happen.
And he hands you the book back.
Very well. I only felt it right that you should know what they know and what we know, and what we know is for certain. I
He,
can
sort of- he steals himself and he says, "Do what you must."
Kill him.
I'm gonna, I guess, stab him in the fucking throat.
You do. You stab him through the throat. He gurgles his life's blood out onto your blade and collapses.
So that fucks up the curse for Strahd now, right?
We don't know. We don't know how real is this even real. We don't fucking know, dude.
We've already
I'm,
bought
well, I'm
them.
just, that's
I mean,
if it's real.
I think the best we can do is try the best that we can.
Um,
Before
feel
I
like
The blood that sort of sprays out of his throat onto your lips sure does taste real.
But before I go, I just want to say, Nick, I love Nick Homebrew. Totally jazzed for this. Really like the travel back in time thing you're doing. Like, it's super cool. I look forward to the next game.
Oh, by the way, as he falls, he also drops his glaive that has a crystal blade on the ground.
I want to pick it up.
Dalvin! You got it!
That's where we end.
What's your moving sword? That thing's a dick.
Dude, good job. You kept them up.
Anyway, good
Alright.
game, Nick.
Good
Night,
job, guys.
night, y'all.
Night.
Yeah,